Okay, guys. Excuse me, guys. I'm live. Um, the boys came up today and are helping Elmo with the yard because we had a couple trees come down, and Elmo and I have been not doing well. So the boys came up and helped cut some of the tops of the trees off, the branches that they could cut off with the little chainsaw. The limbs, the limbs are cut off. The trunks are just going to lay in the yard until, I don't know, either they rot or we win the lottery and can hire somebody to come in and take them out. Oh my. I hope you can hear me. Uh, I'm going to take this off now because I'm here. But I got my timer set, and I got about 3 minutes, and then I'm going to have to go switch pans. So uh, I hope y'all didn't run away whilst I was out there. I tried to get a tall glass of ice water, but sometime during that last night we had rain, and so the power must have flicked off. And whenever it flicks off, it switches the light bulb in the kitchen pantry. It turns off the ice machine and it turns on the CD player in the den. So I don't know. Okay, yeah, I got it on this because I'm going to be running in and out. I got 2.5 minutes and I've got to go switch out that pan of scones. Elmo's boys came up and they're helping cut the grass and clear the yard. And then he had some things he wanted them to do in the barn, the big barn. So I didn't get my porch cleared off and things changed around. What I want to do on my front porch is there's a love seat that's over here in the corner. And I want this because it faces the kitchen window is kind of a bay window, and the love seat sits corner wise. And then I have flowers up here in a window box. I want to take this out. And in this space, I have a small ice cream table and 2 chairs that are black wrought iron, and I want to put those there. And then down the front steps, um, over on this side, we bought a rocker, an outside rocker, and a black, and I want to put the black rocker out there. And then back here by the door, on each side of the door that goes into the house, this is where you go down this porch steps to the front. Back here, there's that two pillars that are out at the workshop, the tool shed in the front, and I would like those to be moved up here on either side of the front door because there's windows here. And I think if I put it in front of the windows, um, at the front door, and then what I want to do is put a big pot of ferns on each one. So when you come by the street, you'll see the stairs up. You'll see those 2 big pots of ferns. I think it will be so pretty. I don't know, but I think it will be so pretty. Okay, so let's welcome in Zoila, of course, and Leanie's here, and my baby boomer from Virginia, the peninsula in Virginia, Kitty Lane, is here. She's my sweetheart. Sally Stevens is here. Um, Barbara, how are you feeling this week, sweetheart? I hope you're doing better. And Bonnie, thank you, Bonnie, for popping in today, and especially thank you for popping in this morning or early today and reminding everyone that they need to put their epithelials on the little like button. Sujan is here. Welcome, welcome. And there's Marsha Lee. Hear that? Okay, guys, hang in there a minute. Chat with each other. I'll be right back. I got to take the first pan out, put the second pan in. Okay, guys, I made the old switcheroo, and whew, we got the second pan in, and we are good to go. No, we're not frozen. We're not frozen. I have a pan of apricot and salami scones in the oven. I just took out the first pan, and Dory put the second pan in. You're welcome anytime, Dizzy Dory Doodles. Oh, the more shenanigans, the better. You know that. And if it's on Wacky Wednesday, that's a bonus. That's all I can say. Well, I've been busy this week, and I have put together. I have not made. I have put together. I made one and put together 3 additional bunnies, which I will show you. I also made this little bunny because I had this one that I had made. Oh, maybe 3-4 months ago, I think. And I used you can see I used a cotton thread, Aunt Annie's, Aunt Lydia's, or something. I did a bunny. They had a bunny, and I said, "Ha! I need to do that." Oops, you can't see that one. I'll put him over here. You can't see that one. There you go. And I said, I need to make that. So on all of the Miss C's Cottage bunny blankets, the bunny in the meadow, the bunny by the woven fence, and what's the third one that I made? I don't know, Bunny by the Sea maybe, but I never did finish that one. So, and think I sent one off to someone with the pattern to finish it if they would like to. And give me a minute. No, it wasn't Valerie. Valerie, maybe it was Valerie. She asked for patterns, so maybe Valerie, did I send you that blanket also? Oh, Michelle is here. Hello, my love. I'm so glad you're here. I love seeing your face come in. Okay, so anyway, I made this little bunny with them, and it's just like all the other bunnies that you do: 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. And then when you come around to your 36, then you do um, a half double, a double, a couple doubles in the same, a couple triples, and a couple doubles, and a half double. And then you do a chain out, and then you do slip stitch and a half double and a couple doubles and a half double and a slip stitch, and then you do another chain, and then you come back the same way, and you're done, and that's your bunny. So I thought, well, heck, I can do a little bit bigger one because these are getting more difficult for me to do. So I made this one, and whoops, here I made this one with his head and his ears, but I gave him a foot. When I finished the ear, I went one more half around and then gave him a foot. So I hope that looks like a foot. But the most important part, let's see, I got 8 minutes left, so jibber jabbering away. The most important part is what I want to show you is this. This is Ellen's new cape that she's doing, and I fell in love with it, guys. And I loved it so much that I just pulled out a skein, my biggest skein, which is the Just Yarn worsted value, 875 yards, 100% acrylic, and it's a 4-weight yarn, and a number 6 hook. That is a 6. It looks like a JS, but it's a 6 because my greasy little fingers have worn off portions of the 6 and makes it look like an X. Anyway, I started it this morning, I think, when she was on, when I found it this morning, and it is so simple. You just do a regular squared yoke, and then you do this front post double on the back side so that it gives you this ridge, and then you do a row of X stitches, and then you do these beautiful, she calls them cobblestones. I don't know that stitch. recognize that stitch, but it is a very simple stitch. And you just need to go over to Ellen's channel and see what that is, because it keeps going from there until you get to about the sleeve part. And then I think you do some repeats of these 3 rows, and then you get to the where the body is, and it's just it's other stitches. It's not all these fancy stitches. And then when you get to the bottom, she puts this on the, anyway, I fell in love with it. So I had to do it. So that's what that is. Shawls are overrated for the old people. None of us be old. That's right. None of us be old. Um, this, the reason I like this is because it's not a shawl and it's not a poncho. It's actually a cape. And because it's square, it's going to sit on my shoulders. But because it goes out like a poncho afterwards, it's going to just be comfortable. And for me, it was the perfect amalgamation of the two. It's not a shawl and it's not a poncho. I don't like pulling a poncho on and off over my head. I love a poncho once I've got it on, but I don't like pulling it on and off over my head. So this is perfect. Just put, I'll probably put 1, 2, 3 buttons and that'll be it. Yeah. Okay, I am going to let you guys chat for a couple minutes and I'm going to go check the scones. Sounds like the boys are finished with the yard and I want to go get hugs because I never let them in the house. Well, I let them in the house, but I never let them out of the house until I get a hug. Okay, got my hugs. Oh, and I got a minute and a half, and then I have to go a little. I'll go again. There's Marsha Lee and China. China, did you get your package? Oh, I've been hoping you got your package. I did not have a last name for you, and I thought, oh, you know what? God knows where this package is going, so I'm just going to give out the information I have, and that's what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to wait another 1 minute, and then I'm going to switch back over. You got it. Okay, good, good. I'm so glad. I'll let you look at this for a while I go change out that other pan, and I will be right back for the rest. There's my Lana Nana Banana. Happy Sunday to you. Should I ask you about what, Bonnie? China won a blessing. All right, I got 22 seconds. I'm gonna go change or pull that other pan out, and I shall be right back. Oh, here. Oh, never mind. I'll do it. Right here. Oh my goodness. You know, I woke up this morning and I was feeling so good. And there's a Scottish scone, the way I make them. These are apricot and salami, Genoa salami scones. And they have hunks of apricot and hunks of salami in them. I don't know if I can find you an apricot, but this is just out of the oven. And then I cut them into squares, roll them out about 3/4 thick. I cut them into squares with a scone cutter. And I brush the top with an egg wash. And then I sprinkle some sugar on it. The recipe says to put orange zest in it. I don't put orange zest in it. Hey, Len, you're just in time for some hot scones. These are my Scottish recipe for Scottish scones with apricots and salami. Bonnie, it's kind of like a sweet and savory all in the same thing, and it's very, very good. I chunk the apricot up, the salami up. I take the salami, the Genoa salami is about that big around, and I cut it in half and slice those halves in half. And then I take the half, cut it in half, and the halves in half, and then I chop it this way. So they're just small pieces of salami, not very big at all. But boy, they sure are good. No apricots in here. Oh well, maybe there's apricots in there. Anyway, that's what's on the counter this morning for our snack. And if you want, Elmo can whip up some not clotted cream, because that takes hours and hours and hours to bake. What's the other one? I don't know, but you soften a package of cream cheese, and then you mix heavy cream in, a half a cup of heavy cream, and you mix it in the blender, and you put it on top. Oh my goodness, it's good. Oh my goodness, it's so good. All right, I'll move that out of the way so as not to tempt you too much. Go back to this beautiful, beautiful thing. I can't tell you how much I love it. But right now, I'm gonna I'll think of it in a minute. You know how my brain works. It's not clotted cream. It's Kim G. How are you feeling? I have something to send you, Kim G, but I hope you're not offended because it's a prank. Okay, I'm switching back to the other camera, guys. So be prepared to see the real me this morning, because it's pretty ragged, I'll tell you. Pretty ragged. All right, there we are in all of our glory. Oh, now that's going to bug me to no end. Hang on. I've been in all morning. I might as well be out one more time. Mr. Elmo, if it's not clotted cream, that's the one that takes it. Devonshire. Thank you. Devonshire cream. Devonshire cream is nothing but Philadelphia cream cheese and heavy whipping cream. And it is yummy. And you just plop a little bit on a bite. And it's not sweet, but it's just I don't know. It's good. It's just good. Good, Kim. I knew you did, but I just wanted to make sure because, not everybody's different, and I don't never want to offend anyone. And if I do, I need to know about it so that I can apologize because I never ever want to hurt anybody. So I'll send you the thing that I got coming for you. I still, Sally, you just happen to you just happen to be watching while I'm out of the picture. I have to go and do stuff, and I think this is going to be so pretty. I just can't stop talking about it. I'll tell you. I think it's just going to be so pretty. And that's the sleeve, and the other sleeve, and the fronts. I'll see when this gets down a bit more, out and down a bit more, then you start doing just the regular pattern, not this fancy stuff. But I think that's going to be so pretty. I can't hardly wait. Uh-oh, what's going on here? I'm going to move this camera out of the way. And I want to show you something. I made this pattern, and it is approximately 4 inches round, and it's about the same round as the bottom. Well, now I don't know what's going on here, and it shouldn't be anything. It's about the same round as the bottom on a bunny bottom, and I make 2 of them out of flannel, just scraps of flannel or scraps of fabric, any kind of flannel fabric. And I fill it full of, I have plastic weighted beads, and put it in the bottom of the bunny. So when it sits on that, sits pretty solid, and it works really well. I haven't done it for a while, but and I got myself a new set of hooks. I love these hooks. They're flat. Well, they're just like this one. They're flat. They got a bamboo. What the what? Am I doing that? Well, I hope not. Let's get rid of some of these things that are on my table here. I do tend to put a lot of stuff on my table while I'm working, and I get tired of working on one thing at a time. Do you guys get tired of working on one thing at a time and work on maybe a couple things, or? Anyway, these I like these. They have the not the Susan Bates, the boy hooks, which I prefer. I know a lot of people like the Susan Bates, but I prefer the boy hooks. And they have this flat spot where my thumb goes, and because I hold mine like this with my thumb right there, and that's how I crochet. So this is perfect. This is perfect, and this is perfect. I like a short shank, and this doesn't stick out really long and get caught in my work. And so that's this is the one I prefer. And I think that's why crochet hook makers make all different kinds of crochet hooks, because some people like the dots, which is a Susan Bates head, and it's much longer handle. And some people like the Nelson Wood or the Omi, or what's the other one that's got the stainless steel ones that are so pretty. And then they've got one that's they put out a line that is a monthly birthstone color, and I never can remember them. This is not a clover hook. It might be a clover type. This one is. This one is the clover. This is my clover 5. And this is, I don't know who makes this hook. I got one from Yarnspirations. Yeah. They have a tapered head. Oh, hello, Sandra. You want to make some Somebunny dresses? We can do that. I don't know. I like the boy head better. I guess it's what I'm used to. I'm used to it, and so I like it. And that's what I use. Okay, I have a couple things to show you that I finished, and I'm going to have to leave and freeze you guys and go get them. And I'll grab a bite of scone on my way out, so my mouth will stay going, and I'll be ready to go when I come back. I'm going to show you 4 bunnies. All right, first up is Peppermint Patty. She is a little pink bunny with chocolate feet. She's been playing in the chocolate. See, it's a good thing I show them to you, because then I can see where I gotta tuck in things, because I like them to look good. Now, on her ears, I did darker pink. I held it together with a number 3. So I've still got my sparkly pink, which is the, I think I put it away. It's the Premier Pink Sparkle, whatever pink sparkle, just the 4 weight. But then I held together a 3 weight of a darker pink. So her ears are, I don't know whether you can tell or not, but her ears are a little bit darker than her body. You can't tell on there, and it's not much of a difference, but you can tell when you're face up. So that's Peppermint Patty, and then she's got a friend called York. And York is also a peppermint in the peppermint family. Well, this is York, and he is, if you've ever had a York peppermint patty, he has green on the inside. And I could not stop myself. I tried and tried, and I just could not. I had to take a bite out of his ear. So anyway, there is York. He was fun. He was fun to make, and I used my new eyes on him. I got some new eyes from Amazon, and you can put the sparkle behind them or not. But I chose to put the sparkle behind York's eyes. And there's him. And then I think I told you about the little girl that I met at the grocery store when I was like halfway through the COVID and felt good enough to get out and go and didn't have enough energy to hardly get home. And her mother found most of my groceries that day. So I told her, if you want to barter, I will barter a bunny, and I will give you a bunny. And her mother says she's learning how to sew, so she can sew you. And she showed me the drawstring bag that she was going to learn to sew in class. I like the eyes too. That's the first time I'd seen the eyes, Sandra. I'm doing much better, Barbara. And if you need help on your monkey, let me know, and I'll help you with it. Okay. Anyway, she likes green and orange, and so I found some mint green, and I found some that orange spark, or that orange mixed that I had, and I made her a bunny. So that's her bunny. I'm just waiting for her mom to send me a text and say, we've got the bag done. She said if the teacher wouldn't allow her to make a bag for me, which is perfectly fine. Her mother said she has chickens and she can give you eggs. I said, eggs are good. Eggs are good. So Mr. Elmo and I eat a lot of eggs because it's easy. It goes down easy. It's palatable, and it's protein, and it's good for us. Good and good for you. And then my last one, which I finished first actually, is this dachshund. Look at that dachshund. He is long. He has little tiny feet. And I love this tail. And if you're too close, oh, you could die from this tail. This is the yarn that no one wanted on Christy's show. It is pretty ugly yarn. I think it's called leopard, but no one wanted it. She tried to offer it 2 or 3 times, and no one wanted it. So I said, I'll tell you what, at the end of the show, I said, Christy, I'll tell you what, if you send me that yarn, I will make you something and send it back. Well, Christy's got dachshunds. So I made a dachshund, and I'm going to send it back to her. So that goes out tomorrow, along with a blessing. So, Zoila, are you ready to mark the chat so we can pick a blessing? I did the tail I just started with 8 and went down to 3 and zipped it off, and that was the end of it. And then the part I snipped off, well, my goodness, I must have swallowed a crumb wrong. I just took my little brush and brushed the ends out so that it did like that on the ends, and kind of so I think that's all I have to show you. I got this cotton yarn from, I'm pretty sure that this came from oh shoot, what does it say? I'll find out. It says crochet in agreement. Crochet in agreement. I haven't seen her on for a while, and I don't know whether she is still dyeing yarn or not. Does anybody know about her? I can't think of her first name either. This is called Television, the colorway. This one is. And I just thought it would make a pretty bunny. This is 100% cotton. It's a 4-weight yarn. And there's 180 yards in there. So I probably have to do a different paws or Somebunny cakes. I don't know what Somebunny. Oh, making up cakes. Okay. So is Zoila here? Zoila may have stepped out with your mom. Melissa, that's right. Melissa Reed is her name. Yes. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. Sandra, I'm so glad you're here today. I'm so glad you're here today. Anyway, she dyes beautiful yarn. And this is one of them. And so I have a body and I have 4 feet, and this is the head. So this is the 5th one that I was working on last night when I did the others. I finished the others up. So, and then I have the peach one to finish. And I don't remember who this peach one was for. So if I promised you a peach Somebunny, will you please Gmail me and let me know? Because I'm working on Somebunnies again. I've got blankets going for Boggy Creek, but I'm not in a rush with them. I'm just not going to rush with them. And I'll tell you why. I'm making hats for K&K for Bumblebee's Mountain Crochet. Bumblebee's Mountain. Bumblebee's Mountain. Anyway, I'm making hats for them, and I just sent her off the last batch, and I've not made another one since because I was working on the Boggy Creek blankets. But Heidi's here. Hello. Her name is Melissa. Thank you. Yeah, I do miss her. But I did promise someone a peach one, but I can't for the life of me remember. And you know, my brain is just, it's not going to work right for a while. And I just have to be patient with it. And that's okay. That's okay. One thing, Kim, I need to remember is when I put my hooks in her, I got to put it with the hook up because a lot of times I just, in my mind, I want to put it hooked down so I can read the size. You can't get them out. they get stuck in that beautiful pig crochet. I can't get them out. So I need to remember to do them this way. And I try to do all my wooden ones out here and all the red ones in the middle and all of the clovers on the second row. So, and I think I've done pretty good with it. But by golly, you stick this one in this way and it gets caught in this and you can hardly get it out. So I have to behave myself and use my thinker. All right, so Zoila's not here. So Bonnie, you want to just put Mark in the chart, in the chat? Just put Mark, and then nobody talk after that. Pam, I have missed you so much, and I didn't know where you went. And I've been sick with COVID for a month, and I haven't gone looking for anyone that I've missed. I just tried to stand up and breathe at the same time. So I'm so glad you popped in today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bonnie, are you going to chicken out on me? You don't want to do it? I'm so glad you're here, Pam. I miss your, you know what? I miss your laugh. I miss your laugh. That's what I miss most about you is your laugh. Some people, I miss their eyes. Other people, Sandra, I miss those big red lips. I mean, they're so getting around it. When you think Sandra, you think, you know, but when I think of seeing faces come through the door, there's different parts of that person that come to mind first. And your laugh, I can hear your laugh come through the door before I ever see your face. All right, Bonnie, we'll wait for you, sweetheart. Jacqueline, I was late today because, we don't have to wait for Zoila. We have my Bonita Yarnita Sanita is here today. Thank you, sweetheart. You are so quiet. I never know whether you're here or not. I should always know you're in the bushes. Yeah, I was making scones today, and I made Scottish scones, and I made apricot and salami scones, and so I was waiting for them to come out of the oven. So we were about, I don't know, 5 minutes late starting, and then I've been in and out a couple times switching out pans of scones. So I'm glad you stuck around, Jacqueline. I'm really glad. Okay, Sunita has just marked the chat. Use the word grace. If you know how to play this game, if you're an old friend, but I thought maybe I'd just say an old OF. But then I thought, well, maybe you'd think it was an old fart. And I don't want any of you to think that that's what I think you are. So if you've been a friend of the channel for a long time, you know how to play Pick Your Blessing. If you're new to the channel or newer to the channel, this game, you get to choose whatever yarn you would like in my off my wall. You pick a weight of yarn that you'd like to have. I don't think I have any sixes. I have mostly threes and fours. I have some twos, but I have mostly threes and twos. I have cottons, I have acrylics, I have some blends, but not a whole lot. I work mostly with cotton and acrylic, and you can see the plethora of color. So um, what I would like you to do is to put a color name, and put grace, a weight, 3 or 4, and a color name. Color name, yeah, pick a color. And if your name is chosen, I will go and search my wall and find a couple yarns for you in your yarn choice, and then you get to choose, because I don't want you to be stuck with a blessing you really don't want. So I'll give you some choices, and you get to choose the skein that you want. Now, the thing that I ask is 2 things. One, you please have a U.S. address. I just can't do the international postage anymore. I've held on, and I just, I'm like that kitten. I can't hold on anymore. So U.S. only. And the second thing is, if you have already won a blessing or something from me in the month of August so far, please do not enter. And that gives the rest of the people who haven't won something a better chance to win. So please, if you do that, it makes me happy, and then I will try and make you happy with your choice. And Maisie's here. Hello, hello. Yeah, China, if you go back and delete yours, because you have one. Valerie, I remember from last week I mailed out, and there was a third person I mailed to last week. I don't remember who that was, but Maisie, I'm so glad you're here. You know who we're missing this morning is Samantha Stewart. She's not up yet, huh? Thank you. Thank you, China. That just gives everybody an equal chance to win something. I know when you flip the magic twanger, sometimes the same name comes up from 3 or 4 games in a row, and I never did think that was fair. So, Karen, Grand Prix. Did you watch the race yesterday at Daytona? I think it was at Daytona yesterday. A little rain in the afternoon, but it never stops them. I have been to Daytona before because I live right here. All right, Bonnie. You're such a love. I just wish we lived closer, sweetheart. All right. Creative B5. Oh, Creative BS. Oh, I hope that's a person's name and not, or could be create a bunch of skeins. I like that. Samantha's been here and gone. Well, I didn't even see her come in. So, all right, is that it? Is that the end of one? Purple number 3. Let's end it there, and we'll see how many we've got. and pluck your magic twanger, Sanitha Froggy, and we'll see who our winner is today. Yeah, Dory! Dory! My Ditsy Dory Doodles. All right, and what did Ditsy Dory Doodles want? These glasses are about to drive me nuts, I'll tell you. Ditsy wanted Bobby Wyatt, changed my name a while ago. Creative BS. Is that just a beautiful skeins, or is it shooting the breeze? Shiny, you are so gracious. Thank you. And there's my Mia. You know, I always have to, I'm still going to apologize to Mia because Mia's 3 girls and then the number 3. And she has a dog for her thumbnail. And so in my brain, I thought Mia had 3 dogs. So I sent her a note, something. And I just love it when you and your 3 dogs come in. She said, I have 3 daughters. I was like, oh no, I hope they're not dogs. Oh, shoot. All right, and Dory would like Grace. That's all you put was Grace. Dory, you need to give me a clue. Just pink. It's my birthday week. Just pink. Just pink. Okay. Oh no, YouTube kicked you out? Well, I'm glad you're back because you get a prize anyway. I've got something special planned for you. You will not believe. Okay, just pink. Just pink. No blends, no stripes, no. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you three to choose from, and you just decide what you'd like. Okay? Now I just got a pink in the mail. Oh, this hurts so much to move my arm, I tell you. And I don't want to be a whiner, but oh, somebody's got some Van Halen going. I've got to tape up one of these because when I stick them in there, they come undone, and I don't like that. And it's not, because this is a brand new one, Okotex Standard 100. It's and it is 180 yards. It's a all right. Big value. And the color on this one is light rose. That's choice number 1. There's my cousin. Turkey Perfect Princess. Now I just touched something and things left. So I don't know what's going on here, guys, and I do apologize, okay? Okay, so there's that one. The one I went to get was, I had ordered, and I know I told you about this. I had ordered on Amazon. My friend Jenny wanted some I see creative. Okay. She wanted some bitty stripes. and could not find them. And I think they were in some of the bigger Walmarts, but we live in little towns and they didn't have them in our Walmart. She lives in Live Oak. I live in near Lake City. So I live in Fort White, but I go to Lake City, and she lives in Live Oak, and then she goes to Lake City also. So anyway, between the three, and sometimes I'll go to Gainesville, they did not have the bitty stripes. So she said, if you ever find them, get them, and let me know, and we'll get them. So I went on Amazon and I found them, and they had I think four. I'll just say four. There were 4 or 5. They had several suppliers, and all of the suppliers were buy 2 skeins for $19.99, $19.95, something like that, $20. And one of the suppliers had 2 for $18. So I thought, you know what? It's probably still more than you would pay at Walmart, but you have to do gas to get to Walmart and back. And I have Prime. I have Amazon Prime, so I don't pay for shipping. So it was just as inexpensive today, inexpensive then, to just go ahead and get the 2 for $18. They're $9. So I bought. I sent a note to Jenny and I said, "Here's the colors. What ones do you want?" And she told me the colors she wanted. One of them was pink lemonade. Well, I'm not a real pink person, and so I have this pink lemonade. So here is a pink lemonade, Red Heart Super Saver Bitty Stripes, up for grabs for you today. Ditsy Dory Doodles. This one has 515 yards. It is 10 ounces. Uses a 5 millimeter pink lemonade and is 100% acrylic. And I don't think the pattern is, well, there's a pattern. I don't think that's it. Okay, and then the third one is a Big Twist from Joann's, and it is the Twinkle, which is probably what I used for that pink one. It's called Light Pink, and it's a sparkly one. You can see the sparkles in that one. Ooh, you can see the sparkles. See the sparkles in that? Ooh, 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 sparkly, sparkly. You like the pink lemonade, Kim? All right, so Dipsy Dory Doodles. Would you like the Big Twist? And Light Rose? Would you like the Red Heart Super Saver Bitty Stripes in pink lemonade? Or would you like the Big Twist Twinkle with the sparkles in it in light pink? What is your choice? Must have the lemonade. All right. All right, you got it. You got lemonade. And I'm going to put your name on it right now. And I found a permanent spot for these guys. I cleaned off my desk. And and I've got a permanent spot. And this goes to Dory. All right. So, yesterday, Mr. Elmo said, I need to get out. We've been trapped in this house for a while. And he decided that he was well enough to drive a distance and walk a distance and then still have enough energy to drive home. So that's what we did yesterday. We had planned on hitting 4 stores because honestly, our muscles have atrophied so much from resting and hydrating and resting and hydrating. Like 2 weeks it took us before we could, even if you got up, you had to sit in a chair because you couldn't, we didn't have the energy. So anyway, yesterday we finally felt well enough to be back within the norm. Now, whatever normal is, I don't know, but we both felt well enough yesterday to go. Well, I had just finished York, so I wanted to get another chocolate because I really like him and I think he's going to be one of my favorite bunnies. So we stopped at Hobby Lobby and I got some Hobby Lobby yarn in coffee. It's a real nice dark brown and I think it'll make a good chocolate York peppermint patty. But then I found this brown, and this one is a print, and it's called Mahogany Singe. And with the light shining over here, can you see the coloration? Isn't that pretty? It's got dark chocolate, and it's got a like not a milk chocolate, but a lighter brown in it. And I think it's going to make up a really pretty bunny also. And guys, I'm back to bunnies. I am back to bunnies because, well, I'll tell you why in a minute. Coming up on Labor Day, I saw this one. This is also a print, and this is a red, white, and blue. It's called Orange Zest, is what it's called. Orange Zest. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't see. Well, there is a bit of orange in there. There is a bit of orange in there. Maybe I just hadn't gotten to that yet. But it looked more red, white, and blue to me. So what I did was decided I would make one for Labor Day and give this as a prize for Labor Day when people have to go back to school. Sometimes, if you're a kid and you've had a bad experience last year, going back to school on Labor Day is like, I don't want to go and get bullied and picked on anymore. Or if it's a teacher, it's like, oh no, I've got that kid coming into my class this year. So, or it could be, I can't wait to get back and see the other teachers at school and my administrator and the new kids coming in. And anyway, I'm going to make this is a giveaway. You know how I like to just give away. You know that. And then I saw this yarn and it was like, OMG, look at this yarn. This has all my favorite colors in it. And I truly think if I hadn't started um, Ellen's, Nellie's, I think she's calling it Nellie's Cape. And it's a free pattern, by the way, on Ravelry. If you go to Ravelry and you go to patterns and put in Nellie's Cape, or you can put in Ellen, and it'll bring up all of Ellen's patterns that are on there. And it's a free pattern to download, and it's super simple. I think I would have made it out of that. Because these are all my favorite colors. These are the greens and the blues and light blues, dark blues, bright blues. Uh, just so pretty. This is called Blue Green Multi. Shopping yesterday and got those things. And on the way out of Hobby Lobby, I found these stickers, and I thought those are the cutest little stickers. I could put those on the outside of bags. And then I found these page markers, and I don't know what it is, but yesterday I like mushrooms, but yesterday these just really hit me where it hurt, so I used them, and now I can't find my book. I was going to have my planner out here, and for the life of me, oh, here it is. Here it is. Here's my planner. So I thought maybe these would just stick out really nice on this planner and be, I don't know. I like them. I got them. Okay. And Barbara. No. What is it? This. This is you know, when you can't find it. Oh, here it is right here. I'm so glad you guys love me because this is my luck of the draw. Here's my luck of the draw 11 and the blankets I made. Here's luck of the draw 12. This is 10. This is luck of the draw 10. Yeah, 10. This is 11. And this is 12. And so far, I've chosen these colors for the succulent blanket. Remember I told you I was making the flower granny square blankets for Boggy Creek Camp? And pack these away. And this gets put away. Well, I started my blanket for Boggy Creek Luck of the Draw 12. And I had done 5 for Luck of the Draw 11, 5 of the flower grannies. And then I thought, you know, there's probably a girl in there that's not a real really girly girl. So I did the succulent. And this is how far that I am on the succulent. And I've got this is called linen. I just love this new linen color. I think it's a new color. It's a new color for Premier anyway. And it's called linen. And it goes with every it's a neutral that goes with every color that white and cream do not. Because the cream's got more yellows, so it goes with yellows and greens and those kinds of things, where white goes with your bright colors. But this is linen, and it blends in with lots of heather colors. It's perfect. So I've got an acorn and a linen and a sage green, and then this one has got the flecks in it, which I love this yarn. And then this one is a wonky. It's a wonky yarn, but it's brown, but it's kind of a gray brown, but it just went with the whole thing. So I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty blanket, and hopefully it'll go in the same cabin with the other 9, and so those girls will not only have 10 friends, but 10 blankets to remind them of the friends and the good time they had at Boggy Creek Camp while they were there. There's Sway. Good morning. And Kristen. And Rosie's here. I don't know about organized. You know, I have periods of organization and periods of like, and Leslie's here. Okay, I'm going back down to the bottom now. Yeah, it's not as bright and showy as that. The one I think I like most. Well, there's 3 of them. I love the rose because it just came out so pretty, and the daisy was so pretty. And I liked the pansy. Pansy is my mom's favorite flower. So I did that pansy with lots of love from God to my mom, and that it came out really, really pretty. I'll show them all to you before I send them to Nancy. But I just thought, somebody might not want a flowery, frilly, silly ribbon, all that kind of frou-frou. So, Denise Contreras, hello, hello, hello. No, Mia, I'm not. I am what I am, and that's all what I am. All right, you go get ready. Sujan, you like that? I think it's going to come out really pretty, and I really am enjoying it. I've got some other yarn I think I want to try in it too. Um, yeah, 3 Eastern Standard Time is when my cousin Dee comes on. T at 3. I always remember that. T at 3 Eastern Standard. And she's in North Carolina, so that's same time zone as me. So if I remember T at 3, I'll remember Dee. I wanted to do. I can't do 50 blankets like one, and I certainly can't do 100 blankets like Mama Swift. Trish is really on a mission, and she wants to get 100 blankets done, and I think she's up close to 50. And she was at 40, 48, 49. She might be over 50 by now, but she has all day to crochet, and she is a whiz. And she comes up with these things in her head, and she'll say, well, I made one like that, but I don't want to do it again, so I'll just do this different. And they come out so stinking beautiful. I love it. She is so very, very creative. And I love it. And see, what else have we got? We were going to do something today, but I never did get my planner out. So let's see. I showed you the things that I got from my friend Jenny. We went to lunch Thursday. Must have been Thursday. And she gave me this book. It's called Annie's Crochet in a Weekend. 30 Fun Weekend Projects. And there are a lot of really cute things on here. And I would like to do a couple of them if you would like to do a couple of them with me. And I think I would like to do this basket on the front. I've really gotten into baskets lately, and I've got a lot of plastic and wire, and it's not the look I want for the cottage. So going into let's see, coming up on the end of my second year. My third year, I'm going to start out with softer, gentler, kinder see, and do some baskets and wicker baskets and crochet inserts for them so I can put my yarn in the basket. I like that look. I like baskets and quilts. I think I was a pioneer one time in my old before age. So I think I was. But on the back here, these I thought were just cute. I might make some of these for me. They don't look too hard. And then this little sweater right here. I've been looking for an easy crochet sweater to make because I've got a lot of little people in my family and my extended family that I think that live up north and might appreciate sweaters. We only get maybe about a week and a half of winter weather down here in Florida. I'm in north central Florida, so we don't get much of a winter. And I liked this. People make coasters and they're really, really pretty coasters, but this has got a little thing to put your coasters in. So when you're using them, you can take them out and use them. But when you're done, you can put them back in here and they're not in the way. pebbles. Um, oh, and this is another cute idea too. You know, when you've got something in the microwave and you take it out, a lot of people are making those bowl holders, the square ones. But this is kind of neat, I think. And there again, you could make a circle, and when you do your bottom, the second circle, you could put in. I have a whole roll of it up here. It's thermal thermal fluff or thermal something, but it's to put. Remember when they used to bake potatoes in the oven and you put them in the up in the potato bag, and you put that thermal stuff in the middle and it kept it hot? Well, that's what you could put in there is one of these, or whatever size the bottom of your bowl is. Cut out the thermal and stick it between your two layers of crochet, and then crochet your bowl. And then, you know, I think I'm going to do that. And the other thing is this. I fell in love with this. Now, I don't like granny squares so much, but, which is funny because I'm making 10 granny square blankets, but I don't like making the little squares and then stitching them all together. That's hard. But I think this is cute. It's a tissue box holder. And I would like to make that. Anyway, she gave me that. She also gave me a new Crochet World book. Guess what? It's got baskets in it. And here's some more flowers for the front of my blankets. So I'm making 10 blankets. I've got 5 of them completed. The 6th one is the succulent blanket. So I still have 4 more to go. So here's some flower ideas. And there's a cute little headband in here. Just a nice, but this was cute too, I thought. But then again, granny squares, I don't know. And then she said to me, I have something that I don't know what it is, but I'll give it to you because I don't work with thread. So she gives me this ball of thread. And this started ruffle. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure what to do with this ruffle. It's so pretty. And you can see that it goes to here. And then she hasn't finished the white on the rest of this. But from here, she's put white. Not Jenny, someone from her church, I believe, has put white on all of this. So I'm thinking maybe it would go along my shelf. What do you think, guys? Should I put it on the shelf? Oh, Leanie, the bottom of a baby dress. Looks like parchment paper. Might be vellum. What are we talking about? No, this is just a piece of paper. It's just a piece of, it's an envelope, actually. It's just a piece of paper that I cut. Don't do this. I'll show you. I've got a roll of it that I bought a long time ago when I was doing these things. And it's up here on the top shelf. And I think I can get it with my grabber. Yeah, I got it. It's called Insole Bright. It's called Insole Bright. It's a deal for your warm home projects. Conserve body warmth. You can put it in coats or jackets or vests or ski apparel. You can put it in gloves, hats, and slippers. You can put it in, if you're making a quilt or a comforter, you can put it in, or sleeping bags. You can put it in you can use it for a vent cover. I didn't know that. Or a fireplace cover, draft stoppers, pet door covers. That would be fun, huh? You can use it for hot pads or oven mitts, tea cozies, casserole covers, lunch bags, placemats, table runners, picnic baskets, or outdoor stadium cushions. And what it is this. And it is, let's see what it says here. Well, machine wash, warm, tumble dry, use the iron if needed. It reflects energy, hot and cold, back to itself. There's no right or wrong side. 100% recyclable. Made in Linwood, Washington, by the Warm Company. It's made in the U.S. of A. I love it, love it, love it. So far, I have not found. Oh, yeah, here it is. 93.75% polyester and 6.25 metallized polyester. And you can see the sheen on it. And if you look right along this edge, you can see kind of like, I don't know, kind of like aluminum foil. It's not, but it's about the same color as aluminum foil. So I would imagine that's the metal in there that keeps things warm or cold. And you just cut out a circle, crochet your a circle the same size. Could crochet the bottom of your basket, and then layer. Let's see if I can show you the bottom of your basket. Cut this the same size. Put that in there. And while you still got it flat, like if you're going to do 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 40, 30, 36, 42, 48, however big you're going, say you're going 48, then stop at 48 and make a second one. And then when you get to 48, you measure that and cut yourself a piece of that, put between the two, and then go through both the bottom and the liner to crochet your edges going up 48, 48, 48, 48 until you get it as tall as you want it. Or if you're going 60 or 66 or 72 or however big you want your basket to be, when you get the bottom the size that you want, make a second one the same size, and then cut a piece of that in So Bright to fit in between the two. And then when you start your sides, you're gonna go straight up and sandwich that right in between those two pieces. That way you can put biscuits out of the oven. You can put breadsticks if you're having spaghetti one night, and it'll keep them warm. But I do think maybe I'm going to put this all along this edge. What do you think, guys? What if I put this? What if I put this? I mean, I would crochet it on or stitch it on or pin it on or something, but Um, I think that would be pretty up here. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. Can you see it? Where did I put it? Oh, you probably can't even see it, can you? Where did? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that. And I probably got enough to go all the way across the whole row. Anyway, that's where we are. Okay. Plastic canvas works. That's right. Insul Bright thermal batting. It's by the Warm Company. Walmart. Needled insulated lining. That's what it is. By the Warm Company out of Washington. I don't know where Linwood, Washington is. I would imagine that those of you who are out on the West Coast know. Hook it on with stitch markers. Oh, how Sujan. Wouldn't that be wonderful? My gosh, that's perfect. And I've got plenty of stitch markers. I've got plenty of stitch markers. You know those plastic ones? I've got plenty of those. I've got plenty of these stitch markers. That would be just perfect. That's a perfect idea. Thank you so much for that. Denise! Do you have to use cotton when used making a bowl cozy? Are you talking about crochet? I would say yes. Because if there's any spills, the cotton's going to absorb it. And cotton will absorb the heat rather than radiate it, I think. And acrylic, I don't know, depending on your bowl, you take it right out of the microwave and put it on an acrylic, and it might just be too hot and melted. So I would recommend cotton. Snatched by Rachel. I love you, Rachel. Oh, Bonnie. You can to make a bowl cozy. Now, if you're going to make a bowl basket to hold your yarn, you can use whatever you want. You can use acrylic or wool or whatever you want. But I would personally suggest if you're going to do it like for a cup cozy or a cup coaster or a bowl cozy, you throw your soup in the bowl, stick it in the microwave, heat it up for a minute, and 1 minute, 1 second, which is what I do my coffee. You take it out. I'm going to put it in cotton. I'm not going to put it in acrylic. I'm going to use cotton. Okay, 100% cotton for the microwave, even the thread to sew it. Okay, well, I guess you can do what you want, but I would suggest cotton. And cotton, did I ever show you that? It's something we're going to do Wacky Wednesday. If any of you have any of this, or if any of you have, you can use I have this Sinfonia. It's an Omega yarn, 100% cotton, that I got at Hobby Lobby a long time ago, and I think it's a 2 sport weight. It's a 2. You can use that. You can use Premier Home cotton. You can use Crafter's Secret. You can use, I love this yarn. I love this cotton. And I even have some old Isaac Mizrahi. I call him Misery, but it's really not. It's I don't know. I went into Michael's one time and they had a whole end cap and they were selling it for $3. $3 a thing. And I told Mr. Elmo, I said, I think I need to get this. And he said, why? And I said, I don't know why, but I think I need to get it. So I pretty much cleared the end cap off. And I have several colors, solids and stripes, but I will be making them out of this. You can make them out of this too. Whatever cotton you've got. And I'll show you next week. What do we have here? Oh, Premier Cotton, Premier Home Cotton. Oh, that's pretty. Wow, I didn't know I had this. Look at there. See, if you guys had told me today that you wanted cotton instead of acrylic. I got some colors of that too. Okay. Moon Rose, planning something you're not going to say. I love it. You know that you don't need to do anything for me because it is my honor to sit in this seat and do things for you, which is why I give a blessing every Sunday, which is why I thank God every morning that I have people that come to the door and leave their shoes outside but bring their love in. They leave their junk outside and they bring their love in. They bring their projects in. It's a gift. It's such a gift. Yesterday I gave my card to 3 different people. Now, the first one was a lady that I met at Hobby Lobby. Her name is Sharon. And she has a business called Hugs and Stitches. And she was pulled this way, and I came down the aisle this way. And I said to her, sometimes my brain doesn't get started until after my mouth gets started. And then my brain kicks in, and I'm saying, what are you doing? What are you saying? But I can't stop. So I said to poor Sharon, isn't it a shame what they've done to our yarn aisle here at Hobby Lobby? They put us in. We've only got one aisle and the half of another, and that other half is all. It's all 6 and 7s and arm yarn, the kind that you. It's. I'm sorry, Hobby Lobby, but it's horrible. Not only that, but they have baskets of flowers up on top of this side, and they're out. And right above them and back of it are the lights. So the edges of the boxes of flowers are blocking the light that's coming. Physicals. Oh, I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Don't they know that Michael's isn't going to have any yarn, pretty much any yarn stocked until the end of the year? Yarn and fabric. They don't have the time or the space right now. Michael's is scrambling to get room to put in all the Joanne stuff that they bought. They're not going to have anything that's actually presentable until that probably close to the end of the year. I've watched a couple YouTubes, content creators on YouTube that have gone to Michael's and been very disappointed There's no new yarn on that. Now they do have what they call a slice. You know, what did they have? That giant cake. And now they just have smaller cakes that they're calling slices of that cake. Anniversary cakes. They call them anniversary slice. But um, yeah, thank you, Bonnie, for that pattern. I did get your pattern for the plastic bag holders. But in the meantime, Hobby Lobby's about it. You know, unless you go online to Hirschner's, or if you go online to Mary Maxim, or to Annie's, or Premier, or Lion Brand, or one of the big companies, there's not a whole lot of place to shop for yarn because Michael's just isn't up to snuff yet, and Hobby Lobby is it. I don't think Hobby Lobby realizes the value in that 1.5 aisle of yarn that they have. And if they don't do something soon, they're going to lose that. And that's my go-to place is Hobby Lobby. So anyway, I'm there, and this lady's there, and I'm thinking, shut up, Diana, shut up. Nobody wants to hear you jabber on. And she looks at me, and I'm thinking she's going to tell me, lady, just get your yarn and be on your way. Well, no. She is a sister in Christ. She calls him Abba Father, and her favorite place is to lay her head on his chest and be comforted. There were so many similarities. I knew that God had put us together in that aisle yesterday. She has a new business she's starting. She's working now, but she's about to retire, and her business is going to be called Hugs and Stitches, which I think is so cute. I told her about Boggy Creek. I told her about KK and Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. I told her about how Boggy Creek, that Jax and Nancy and that whole Boggy Creek gang, Mama Swift, how Mama Swift and Jax have combined their efforts to make Luck of the Draw and make some blankets Boggy Creek style. And so she said, would you send me those links? And I said, sure. I mean, nobody's asked me. Very few people show an interest in the things that I'm interested in, okay? And I just wind up blah, 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 blah. And anyway, she was interested. And not only was she interested, because I said to her, I'm Miss C. I live in Miss C's cottage, the home of the Somebunny. I am what I am, and that's all what I am. I'm a child of God. I'm on a mission from God like the Blues Brothers. And my mission is to make a Somebunny so that everyone who is sad or feels valueless will know how important they are, because they will have somebody to love them unconditionally. She's like, oh my gosh, that is so sweet. And so we talked for a long time. When I got home, I had a text from her about this long saying she knew that God had put us together, and here's why. And she gave me her life story. And I sent her a text back saying I was so glad that God had brought our paths parallel for a time. I hoped it was for a great time. And if not, I would enjoy every step with her for as long as he allowed us to be together, because we're so similar. And the second one I gave was to the manager of Michael's, because he was so patient with me, and I was getting tired at that point, and Mr. Elmo was getting tired at that point. Mr. Elmo, his eyes are he is diabetic, so he has problems with his eyes at different times, and the incandescent or fluorescent lighting in some stores really affect his eyesight, and he can't stay in the store long. So Michael's is one of those. So he's like, my eyes are hurting. I need to go. Well, I'm not going to tell him go out to the car and I'll be out in a half an hour. I can't do that. But I wasn't ready to quit because Creative Grandma Glenda told me that Michael's had quart jar candles 50% off. Well, when I found them, they were 2 for $7, and they're regularly $9. So that's more than 50% off. Okay. So I bought 4 of them. I found those, but David was the manager, and he took us over there and showed us so that we wouldn't have to wander, He was just so patient and so kind with us. And then when I got to the counter, the girl that I was checking me out, and Michael's has a new counter where they put up self-serve checkout with self-checkout, which is something brand new for them, and get some people that only have an item or two through real quick, and because they only have 1 or 2 people, 2 cashiers up at the front, so now they can put through like 5 people at a time. Anyway, she was ringing me up, and we were talking, and I told her that my story, and she said, "Oh, that is so sweet." And I said, she just grabbed her chest, and I said, "Look, here's my card. If you would like me to make your somebody, I would be honored to make your somebody." So I gave out 3 cards yesterday. So Sharon from Hobby Lobby is the only one I've heard back from so far. The checkout lady at Michael's was Sharon also, and the manager was David. So if I get a text from the other Sharon or David, I will let you know. But I've got more bunnies to make, and it just made me realize that blankets are great and hats are nice and needed so badly. But like the Blues Brothers, I've got a mission from God. And my mission, first and foremost, is Somebunnies. So, coming next Sunday, which is the last Sunday of the month, we're going to make a Somebunny. See, Denise, it does affect some people. It does. And some people it doesn't. And some people come out of places with headaches and they don't know why. Or they're not clear thinking, not dizzy, but just scattered. And I think it has something to do with the lighting in the stores. But anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, that was a comment that was made. Oh, we have unemployment, and now Michael's is putting in self-serve checkouts. A lot of places. Walmart has self-serve. Um, Dollar General has they have 2 self-serves. My CVS has 2 self-serve checkouts. A lot of places, and they say it's for the convenience of the customer, but I think it's for the profit of the company. If they can put a checkout counter in, they don't have to pay a person. And that's such a shame, because kids coming out of high school need an entry-level job, and they need to learn to get up, get dressed, get to a job on time, do a good day's work, and come home feeling good about what they did. I still swear, if you get up in the morning and make your bed, you start your day off a whole lot better. Okay, I can see on my computer that we've been here for the 2 hours. I do want to take some time to thank God for this week, because it has been a week of healing for me. I am 1 week better. Today is the 24th of the month. This is a month ago today that Mr. Elmo came down with whatever it was. He started feeling ill on the 24th of last month. And tomorrow will be my first day of illness. So it's taken us a month to be able to get up, get dressed, and get coffee without having to sit down first. Now, true, we have to sit down with our coffee because your heart is pounding and you're breathing hard, and your legs are about noodled out and you need to sit down, but we can get up and get dressed and get going. And he actually went outside with the boys today and did some things outside, and I made scones this morning. So I see that as a big improvement over last month, and I'm looking forward to this month and getting better every day, and I thank God for that, and I thank God for your prayers in helping me. So we're going to pray for Kim G for continued healing. We're going to pray. Pebbles is passing around blessings. Pebbles, I've started another basket for you. Guys, don't forget to leave your epithelials on the like button. I don't have much in here, but there are a couple items in the bucket for you. As I'm cleaning up and sorting and moving along, if I find a leg or an ear or something, I throw it in. If it's not something that I know that I'm going to continue, I throw it in the bucket. And then when the bucket gets full, then I ship it off to my favorite pea in the whole world, Pebbles Pea Co. And she puts them together and makes marvelous bunnies. So I send them to her. Right. And if you get dressed to the shoes, I think it makes you feel better. Thank you, Zoila. Sally says prayers for all in need. Oh, and there's my Jenny. She says she still speaks to Kenneth at night. They don't do it on the phone and they don't send texts anymore, but she just blurts it out and tells him how much she misses him. And I imagine that will go on for a while. So please be praying for her. And Creative Beautiful Stuff says prayers for all in need. That's right. You call out to him and he's there. He's there. And Zachman, you snuck in and I didn't see you because I was just chatting away. He has a dentist appointment. And Jeanette, uh-oh. And for those of you who are new, Jeanette Egan is battling stage 4 cancer. So she has good days and bad days. And on her good days, she makes hats for the veterans. You know what? I talk to my Tom sometimes, and it's been 18. Kristen. Now, Kristen, do you have a monitor? And do you keep those little orange tablets in the container with you all the time? Oh, Gabriella, just got here. I'm so glad you're here. If you guys get a chance, go over to Yarn Inspired. She's got a couple new stories that are really, really cute. Children's stories, but I enjoyed them. Yeah. You know, loved ones past the other side. I think they still, I don't think it matters. Whatever you do after. Um, unstable internet, that could be too. All right, I'm going to go while I'm up, and thank you guys for having patience with me this morning while I did the scone thing. I'm actually going to have another cup of coffee and a scone now, so this will be my brunch. Please remember to take your shoes. Mama Swift left her flip-flops here a couple weeks ago and had to walk home barefoot. So don't forget to fill your bucket up so that you've got plenty of love to last you until Wednesday. Do not take your junk when you get to the door. Leave it on the mat. Take your shoes, but don't take your junk back with you. Fill your bucket up with love and take that with you. And any projects that you were working on while you were here. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you again on Wacky Wednesday when we'll make a glass cozy for your glass. I like to have a glass of sweet tea once in a while, and I like to use glasses, and I don't have any little children anymore, so I do have glasses in the kitchen cabinet that I use, but I do like a glass cozy, and I will show you how to make one on Wednesday when we come back. In the meantime, God hold you in the palm of his hand and keep you safe, and I will see you all on the 27th. The 27th. Now this looks like on the 27th there is a Mr. Elmo Goes to the Eye Clinic in Lake City on the Veterans on the 27th, but it's also crossed out, so I have no clue. Either way, I'll be here. I love you all, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye, guys. Don't forget to go to Granny D's at 3, tea at 3 with Granny D.